I've had an Apple Watch on my wrist for more than 3,000 straight days, and I've owned all 8 Apple Watch models. In the early days, Apple Watch didn't really have a defined purpose, and it was unbearably slow. But now it's one of my favorite tech products, and I can't imagine a life without it. The Apple Watch is designed to enhance your overall well-being, whether it's motivating you to stay more active, reducing your phone usage, helping you locate your phone, or with providing you quicker access to things. In this video, I'll touch on my 8 favorite features of the Apple Watch, and then I'll give you a few spots where the Apple Watch just doesn't fully come through. In 2017, I had the goal of closing all 3 activity rings for 2 consecutive weeks, which requires 30 minutes of exercise per day. I did that, but then I couldn't stop. I didn't want to break my streak. And now I'm currently in the middle of almost a 1,500 day streak of closing my rings. And now I'm in the best physical and mental shape of my life. To learn how I turned into this freak, let's talk about the 3 activity rings that you need to close each day and how they work. The stand is the easiest one. Stand for 1 minute during 12 different hours to close the ring. The exercise ring requires you to get 30 minutes of movement each day to close this ring. Every full minute of movement that equals or exceeds the intensity of a brisk walk will count towards your daily exercise goal. The Apple Watch has more than 20 different types of workouts that you can record to count towards your goals. It has lower intensity exercises like walking and yoga and dancing, so there should be something for anyone of any fitness level. If you can't find the specific workout listed, you can track it as other to get credit as if you were on a brisk walk. The move ring requires you to burn a certain amount of active calories each day to close the ring. Apple Watch uses your heart rate and physical movements to calculate your calories burned. The standard move goal is 450 active calories, but the number can be tailored to you based on your age, gender, and weight. You can also track the activity of your friends, comment on each other's workouts, and start 7-day competitions with them. Ideally, we shouldn't need a stupid device to keep us active. But the combination of Apple Watch's activity rings, the move streaks, the monthly challenges, and the social aspect turn exercise into a game and just make it way more fun. We've all misplaced our phone in the couch cushions or just in another room. To find it, usually ask somebody else to call it so that you can listen for it. But what if you're alone or your phone's on silent mode? Then the task becomes a lot harder. With the Apple Watch, you can easily locate your phone with a swipe up from the bottom of the watch screen and then tap the phone shaking icon. And your phone will make a noise even if it's on silent mode. This feature seems simple, but it's incredibly useful, and I use it at least once a day. And when I ask new Apple Watch owners what they like most about their Apple Watch, this feature is usually one of the first things they say. The Apple Watch is a great device for those who want to stay in the moment and leave their phone behind. It provides just enough basic functionality without being a distraction. I no longer need my phone for workouts, which gives me an hour a day to check out and clear my head. With its GPS, the Apple Watch automatically tracks distance and location during running, biking, hiking, and walking workouts. And what about music for workouts? With its 32 gigabytes of onboard storage, music, podcasts, and audiobooks can be preloaded before your workout. And if you get the cellular version, you can take it to the next level and not preload anything because you can stream Apple Music and Spotify directly from your Apple Watch. The cellular version lets you make and receive phone calls and texts too. I don't know about you, but phone notifications can often lead to 15 minutes on my phone because I end up doing more than my initial intended purpose. With the Apple Watch, notifications are sent to your watch first instead of your phone. Some may think that this would lead to more distractions and more screen time, but it's actually the opposite. After I adjusted the type of notifications that I would receive, my phone would actually stay in my pocket for longer periods than before. The small screen and limited functionality of the watch also prevents me from immediately acting on most notifications. This lets me stay in the loop without the need to act unless it's urgent. But if you think these watch notifications would be a distraction to you, you can just disable them. Even without notifications, your phone's screen time can be reduced by optimizing your watch faces to access the weather, time, calendar, and timer information all at a glance. Apple Pay with the iPhone is great, but it requires Face ID or Touch ID, and you have to take it out of your pocket to use it. With the Apple Watch, you double tap the side button and your card shows on the screen, and then you point your watch towards the store's card reader. I don't think paying will ever be more convenient than this. You don't need to unlock anything or take anything out of your pocket. Apple Pay is one of the few features that actually worked perfectly since day one on the Apple Watch, but unfortunately there weren't a ton of stores that accepted it. But now the majority of US retail stores accept Apple Pay. The NFC chip inside the Apple Watch does more than just Apple Pay. It works with Apple HomeKey too. With certain smart locks, just place your watch near the lock and it will automatically unlock. And with gym kit enabled equipment, you can just point your watch and it'll automatically start your workout on things like the Peloton. Smart speakers like HomePod and Alexa are fine, but they have some limitations. To have coverage in every room, you'll need a device in every room, and the responses might not be personalized, and there's no screen to see if the device properly heard you. The advantage of Siri on the Apple Watch is that it's always with you, so you don't have to shout across the room to get its attention, and there's a screen to see the results. To activate Siri, just raise your watch to your face, or hold down the digital crown and speak. Unfortunately, Siri is still Siri. It'll still sometimes misunderstand you or take way too long to answer you, but having Siri on your wrist is by far the best spot for it. The Apple Watch went from not being able to track sleep at all to doing it pretty mediocrely. But now it's considered to be one of the most accurate trackers on the market according to the quantified scientist. It tracks your time in bed, time asleep, and time awake, and breaks the time slept into REM, core, and deep sleep, and then graphs that data. I'll admit that I don't love wearing something bulky on my wrist while I sleep, and that's why I prefer an Oura ring or something else that I don't have to wear. But there's no denying that Apple Watch is now one of the best basic sleep trackers on the market, and it's a great add-on feature. The Apple Watch has many additional health features that I don't personally use because I'm young and healthy, but I think they're definitely worth mentioning. It can detect when you've fallen and call emergency services. It can also warn you when you're in an environment where the decibel level is loud enough to affect your hearing. Or it can alert you when your heart rate has been elevated for more than 10 minutes while you're inactive. While it's not an official medical device, the newer Apple Watch models can perform ECG and blood oxygen tests. And all Apple Watches have menstrual cycle tracking, but the newest ones have temperature sensors for more accurate ovulation tracking too. In my latest testing, both of the newest Apple Watch models get at least 32 hours of battery runtime. But this is definitely on the low end compared to other smartwatches on the market because some of those can last a full week. For those who don't want to track their sleep at night, the solution is simple. Just charge your watch next to your phone before you go to sleep each night. With this routine, you'll likely go to bed with still 40% battery juice left, and battery will just never be a thought to you. But for those who do want to track their sleep with their Apple Watch, it gets a bit trickier. With a fast charger, it will only take an hour to go from 0% to 80%. So this means that you'll need to find about an hour every day to charge your watch. My advice is to pick a consistent routine. Some people like to charge their watch immediately after waking up. On the other hand, I like to charge my watch immediately after my workout, and then by the time I'm done eating and showering, my watch is about ready to go. The Apple Watch has a square screen and a lit up display, which doesn't really appeal to those who prioritize design in their watch selection. Apple sells a bunch of different bands and a million different styles and colors to help you personalize the look, but there's no denying that the Apple Watch still looks like a nerdy tech product. Luckily for me, I'm a nerd and I don't own a Rolex. But if you're someone who likes nice watches, what are you supposed to do? Wear one watch on each wrist? Humans have limited wrist real estate. And this is where alternative activity trackers like the screenless Whoop strap or the Oura ring will be more appealing options. Heart rate variability, or HRV, is a vital health metric for measuring your recovery. It can indicate changes in the body such as alcohol consumption, intense workouts, illness, or so much more. Other fitness devices like the Whoop strap, the Oura ring, or the 8 Sleep all prioritize HRV tracking and monitoring, but the Apple Fitness app doesn't even mention it. The Apple Watch records your HRV in the Health app once per hour, but it's kind of buried and it doesn't present the data in a user-friendly way. You can't easily see your baseline, trends, or the activity that may have affected your HRV. The Apple Watch is clearly not going after the market of athletes, but I would still like to see Apple put more emphasis on the recovery rather than just always encouraging you to do more and more workouts for longer periods. The Apple Watch is a must-have for anyone who cares even just a little bit about their mental and physical health. For $250, you can potentially add a few more years to your life, which kind of seems like a no-brainer. It's funny that now that working out is such a part of my daily routine, I don't really need the Apple Watch for motivation anymore. Exercising is like brushing my teeth. It's just part of my routine now. While it may be sad, the Apple Watch is the primary reason I was able to establish this habit. It's not a magic machine and it's not going to work out for you, but there's no question that it can help you establish a routine. And there are plenty of reasons to buy the Apple Watch aside from the fitness aspect. It may seem counterintuitive that adding more technology to your life would actually help you decrease your use of technology, but it's worked like that for me. If used correctly, the Apple Watch can help you disconnect from your phone without feeling completely cut off. So that's all I have for this video, and next week we'll compare the Apple Watch Series 8 to the new SE2. And then after that, I'll go over all the new Apple Watch bands for 2023. And I just wanted to say, if you think you can beat my streak of closing your rings more than 1,500 days, add me as a friend and give it a try. But I'm just gonna warn you, I don't plan on slowing down anytime soon. So thanks for watching, I'm out.